My name is Sean Brando. I am a 76-year-old man who traveled to the Wild West to get myself a new life. Because, let's be real, who really likes the city life? When I arrived, I saw some things which I did not agree with at all. I saw most of this shit, and I thought, what are we doing as a community? This is not right. So, I decided I'm gonna spice things up a little bit. This is my story of how I became the best trader in all of Bridger Western. Who the fuck ever wanted to buy shit? What the Bridger Western. The game where shit goes wrong. Where corpse parts are sparse. The game where life is hell. Random PvPers everywhere. Well, this is my journey. I gotta trade immediately. I'm gonna show you some of the trades that I thought were good. Because I am the worst, the best Bridger Western trader out there. So for our first trade, we did this. I said, hey buddy, I just know you'd more enjoy a disco instead of a silly old cracked D4C starting off strong here. Which definitely isn't high in value in comparison. And this guy politely declined, so I suppose that's fine, I guess. Now, the next guy didn't even respond, but I said, hey buddy, you seem like a real go-getter. Maybe instead of silly old Star Platinum, you'd love to have a disco instead. For the low price of my disco, chocolate disco. This is not gonna do well if I'm not getting responses. Now for our next one we got, oh my god, they thought it was funny to take the piss out of me. This is a trade, a business deal. I said, hey buddy, old pal, old friend, I just know you'd love to have a disco. For the low price of your mandem for my chocolate disco, you can have as much fun as you'd ever want. And they put Yuji on there, what the fuck? Now as for this one we got, hey buddy, look at the low red. Maybe instead of being crimson, you'd love to have a party. For the low price of your king, you can have a queen at the disco. I've said this like 12 times now to people and it hasn't got any funnier. I apologize for wasting your time. Because I knew, King Crimson, I said the queen joke. That's not funny. But, the guy was a good sport about it. Now this guy has some hope because he actually responded. And he said, I said, hey, you're pretty free of stone, right? How about you trade me and you'll achieve disco heaven? I can assure you I'm the best trader around. And he said, by disco, I hope you mean white to snake. Disco. And I said, what would you say if it was quite chocolatey? And I did not get a response. So I'm assuming that was a no. Unless he's been preparing a day in advance to try and trade me in. I'm recording this a day later. It was 1 o'clock in the morning when I was doing this shit. Now this guy thinks it's funny to take the piss out of me. I said, hey, how about instead of smelly old loser crimson, you trade for that lovely stand for a beautiful disco? I can assure you that value will be lost. I don't want to scam people. You know what I mean. Scamming's banned. You get banned for it. I can assure you that it's broken. I had it. And I said, it's not broken. You're just not using it right. A to summon the grid, T to select an entity, and T again after a nearby object is thrown, and it'll knock anyone's socks off. And this person proceeded to tell me it doesn't work after I just explained how it works. What the fuck? Now this guy seems to be a little confused, so let me break it down for you. I asked, want to trade the world for a disco? I can only assure your account's value dropping as you take a bite of the roca. And he had some type of authority to say, what the fuck you mean, It's plain and obvious. You can trade for my disco, and we can party all night long. Come on, soldier. lock in. So I sent the same thing to another guy. And guess what I got back? A fucking airball. This was not an airball, this was the value of your account dropping as you take a bite of the roca. Come on, soldier. Why is no one taking my trades? I think I know why. So I said to this guy, how about a party for that Mandem, huh? I can assure you that you'll only lose value when trading with me. By party, I mean disco. And this guy was so shocked, he sent a picture of himself. It must have been that good of a trade, I guess. Oh my god. Now this one puts tears in my eye. He ruined my day. I said, wanna trade the world for a disco? That's a lot to trade for disco, and I would do it again. And I assured his account value was dropping as he takes a bite, and he said that I am the worst. That I am the worst trader there is. It's just not fair. Alright, now that I've calmed down, time to talk about when the trade actually happened. This was astounding of a trade. I never thought I'd get such a good deal. Well, you know, I did warn the guy that his account value would drop. I did not scam him. This was pure of heart. And he did the trade. I just can't believe it. Thank you, kind sir. I gave you a vouch. I love you. Can we get a drum roll, please? Thanks to this kind, rootin' tootin' feller, I now have stone free. And the journey continues. We're gonna keep trading till we get a good deal. That's the plan. Till someone says yes. Cause it's all the world, it's all Tusk, it's all D4C nowadays. So, we'll see how this shit goes.